Today is a very exciting day. I've booked a 3D, 4D ultrasound. And then she hits me with we recommend induction around 39 weeks. It's a very exciting day. I am 30 weeks, I think 4 days. It's Wednesday, July 13th. Nothing really new to report other than baby is moving a lot. He's currently rolling around right now. His favorite thing to do is he likes to kick me in my right side. So I'm not sure if that means maybe he's finally head down. That would be great if he is. I'm assuming he's not though. But today I have my 30-week appointment. This should start the every 2-week appointments. So that's kind of hectic and crazy. And then do something really fun after work today. My parents are coming into town and I've booked me for a 3D, 4D ultrasound. So we get to see little guy's face in high definition, I suppose. So we've seen his face a couple of times, but you know, on the 2D, it's really very, like he's still cute, but he's like, oh, what a cute little skeleton he has. So this will be nice to be able to just, Gremlin, we're not drinking out of the toilet. Don't do that. That's icky. I thought I had a cat. I thought I had 2 cats, but apparently I have 1 cat and a dog. Anyway, where was I? So I'm hoping today that little guy's cooperative because he likes to hide his face behind his hand. So I'm expecting to see a lot of this and maybe get some cute pictures of his nose if we're lucky. I'm crossing my fingers. He's on his best behavior and he wants to show mom and dad what he looks like. And it's a nice long appointment too. It's like 30 minutes. And out of all the ultrasounds we've had, this is the first one they'll give us a disc. So we can bring the whole appointment home with us, supposedly. That's what the website says anyway. And I'm really hopeful for, because I would love to be able to share every detail of that, not only as part of this vlog, but for like family members that can't come visit anyway. So, but luckily we are allowed up to 4 visitors. Just bringing my mom and dad this time. Everybody else is a little bit busy. And luckily they were available today, so they get to come. First got the 30-week appointment, and then later this afternoon we go in for the ultrasound. So it should be very exciting. So just got out of my appointment. Went great. Everything's fine. I just got a little bit rattled. This is an OB that I haven't met with before. There's like a team of like 6 or 7, so I'm kind of on rotation with whoever's available for an appointment. I'm gonna get this call. And I'm back. Good thing I answered that. That was to schedule my next ultrasound. So I got the big sickness. I got COVID earlier on in the pregnancy. It was miserable, but it wasn't as bad as it could be. And I was like, oh, fine, it's over, whatever. Well, now I've been just inundated with other information like, oh, by the way, instead of starting non-stress tests like at 37 weeks, we're going to start those at 34 weeks. And that might be twice a week, which is fine. I don't think there's a lot of involvement with that. But it's just another thing that I'm like, oh, I gotta get these scheduled and have these on my calendar for work and let people know that I won't be around. They want to do a growth ultrasound. He was measuring great last appointment in the 34th percentile. So a little smaller, but great, right? So he's been fine, but doctor's like, well, I'm just going to order this ultrasound just because we can, and we're just going to double check on his growth. I'm like, okay, yep, that's good. And then she hits me with so yeah, usually with pregnant women who get COVID while they're pregnant, we recommend induction around 39 weeks. Which, for a plethora of reasons, just kind of makes me laugh. I mean, first off, I've been predicting this whole time this baby's gonna be late because I was late. I'm just like, it's payback for when I came like 5 or 6 days late from my mom. It's fine. So I'm kind of in my mind going, oh, September, maybe like the 24th or something. And then she hits me with this information that I could be induced at 39 weeks. Well, I've been reassuring my mom this whole time. My mom's a photographer, just for a little bit of backstory. She is shooting a wedding, I believe, the weekend before I'm due. I think it's on a Friday. But I've been reassuring her this entire time I will not be delivering a baby while she's trying to shoot a wedding and can't be there for me. So, hopefully I can find out more about that soon. I don't know whether or not I should tell her, because if I tell her now, she's probably gonna freak a little bit. I'm hoping that because I turned 39 weeks on a Saturday that they wouldn't try to induce me a day before then, and I'd be fine. So I'm not upset about this. I'm excited. That's one less week of me being pregnant, if that is what that all adds up to be. I'm just like, I have a week less of time. In fact, in my mind, I have 2 weeks less of time than I thought I had to get stuff done and prepared and just in general be ready to be a mom. So yeah, that's the exciting. This is way more exciting than I thought this appointment would be. Oh, good news is she felt for his head and he's head down, as far as we can tell right now, which is great because he's been head up for a long time. So hopefully he stays that way. You're gonna stay that way, right? We're staying head down now. It's 30 weeks. He's got time to flip, but hopefully he stays head down. So yeah, less than 9 weeks to go, I guess.
The way you laugh in a photograph. You say you're shy, but I really don't know why. 'Cause you like the room like a flower bloom. It don't start till you get here. It don't feel right unless you're near. I wanna be where you are. So I kiss your tail of a shooting star. So let's create new memories. We can start now that you're here. It just feels right when you are near. I wanna be where you are. So I kiss the tail of a shooting star. Oh, 'cause you make the moment.
So, as you can see, the ultrasound went super amazing. Well, let me start off by saying he was a little stinker at first. Little guy kept digging his head and burying it into my hip, and so he didn't want to show his little face, and so it probably took us a good 10-15 minutes to encourage him to roll over so we can get a cute little picture of his face. And oh my gosh, I think he looks a lot like Matt. I'll put up some baby pictures for comparison. One of myself as a newborn and one of Matt when he was just a couple days old. And you tell me who a little guy looks like. Thinking he looks like his daddy, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. So next exciting thing on the docket is getting the nursery put together. And I neglected to film while my parents were here the last couple of days, but we've made some progress. So we emptied out the guest room. The guest bed is now upstairs in my office. Dresser's also been moved upstairs, and so now all that's in here, well, I'll show you what's in here. So as we turn here, my dad put up some shelves so I could start putting up some decorations. So it's a little stuffed toy we got for him at our baby moon. Put the little Prince book up there for the inspiration, and then here where this big mark is where it's going to go a round mirror. I have it ordered and ready for pickup. I just have to grab it when I'm in town for my baby shower this weekend. So that'll go up soon. I just gotta get the mirror and gotta get a mount for it. And then here's the messy dresser. I haven't really done any, well, I've done organizing on the inside. I haven't done any organizing up top yet, but I figure once I have stuff from the shower this weekend, I'm going to need to clean things up, get things really organized, because I'll have a lot of stuff coming in, which is truly a blessing, but it's just, now is I guess when the nesting phase needs to really like kick in, because I'm gonna have a lot to do in the next about 8 weeks. Got some of the little guy's clothes in the closet and a couple of things that we got secondhand, but they're basically new. So we got a pack and play, and then one of those, it's not an exercise, I don't think, but it's just like an interactive little sitting area for him. So we got both of those secondhand, but they're basically new. Awesome. We got some curtains. Now originally I found a brand of curtain I really liked. They seemed like really nice blackout curtains, and they were this really beautiful shade of blue. Not like navy like these are, but they were like a lighter, not a baby blue, but like a nice in-between tone. But for a panel of each of those, it was like $90. And I couldn't justify spending almost $500 on just curtains for a nursery when he's not even really going to care about what any of this looks like for a couple of years at least. So I went instead with I think they're Deca Novo. We've used these curtains before and we have other ones in the house. And so instead of $500 for the curtains, it was $40 for all 4 of the panels. So that's good. Currently I still have the poster we had before for our guest room in here. Not sure if I'm keeping that or not, but I kind of figure, well, we'll wait until we get the recliner in this corner, see how it looks. I'm likely going to swap it out for some other kind of cutesy baby art, but we'll see how that goes. And then on this wall, we've got some stars I put up. They're just paper, so they're nothing fancy. I just wanted to lay stuff out to understand or get a better idea of how I wanted the layout to go. I'm gonna have my friend Kaylee help me use a Cricut cutter and get some either foil or matte gold stars to put up. I haven't decided yet, just because I think I'm leaving these walls the tan color that they are. I don't know if it's showing up super well in here because the color is different in person than on camera. So I'm not sure how well these stars will show up. I think I'll do a few more than what's up here. And then in this box, this was a really awesome gift for little dude. Little dude, make sure you say thank you to your grandma and grandpa because they bought you your crib. So this arrived today and I was like, oh, this is the package mom was waiting on. Yeah, it'd be hard to not notice that guy. So we get to get that set up soon. I don't know that it'll happen tonight or tomorrow because we got some stuff to get done before the baby shower, but it'll probably happen next weekend because I'm kind of eager to get things rolling and make sure I keep up with stuff, because if I'm being induced at 39-ish weeks, that gives me around 8 weeks from tomorrow to get stuff done. And 8 weeks may seem like a long time, but it's probably not a lot considering the last month I want to be able to just chill. I want to have nothing on my to-do. I can just rest and kick my feet up, maybe do some knitting. So we'll see how that goes. What do you think, Riri? What do you think of your room? We took your bed out of this room, but you was sleeping on it upstairs. So it's okay, right? Kitty, kitty, it's okay. Are you gonna crawl right up my dress? It's okay. You'll get to share this room. You can play in here with baby brother sometimes if we're in here. Can't snuggle with him yet though, okay? You can still play in here until he comes though. And then it's his room, okay? No sleeping in his crib though. We gotta set that precedent. No sleeping in baby's crib. No kitties in the crib, right? Got one last gift to open. Thought I'd try to do it on camera here. Glowing light that I'm getting. That's the other thing I want to do. I think I want to replace that light. These ceiling lights, just the plain round ones, we jokingly call them boob lights because that's what they look like. And they're in every single room in our house. Which isn't great. They're not horrible to look at. They're just not exciting. They're very standard, boring ceiling lights. But I'd like to get something more exciting for his room. Something gold, kind of like one of those little Sputnik lights, but not super long because I don't want Matt to worry about hitting his head on it when he's in the nursery. So, it's the other gift from my parents. And it's like a box. I'm betting crib sheets. Is that why I couldn't open this until the big one was here? That would make sense. That would pair well together. Whoa! Hey, yeah, that's what it is. And a bunch of coupons. Just rain down everywhere. A gift for you. Love Grandma and Grandpa Dempsey. Which, funny story, that threw me off today. I read from Grandma and Grandpa Dempsey on the crib box, and my mind immediately went to my grandparents instead. And so I was thinking, oh, my divorced grandparents went in on a gift together. Well, that's sweet, but that seemed odd for some reason. And then it took me a second to process. And finally, when I texted Mom, she's like, that's from us. I'm like, that's right, you're Grandma and Grandpa Dempsey now. Oops. So, pregnancy brain moment. That happens quite frequently. I mean, I wouldn't put it past myself to think that way if I weren't pregnant. But that was a pretty significant slip up. So Grandma and Grandpa Dempsey got the crib and they got the sheet set. Look at this. The stars and the moon, and it's got a fitted crib sheet, changing pad cover, and a nursery blanket all in one. It's so cute. The gold stars. Oh, this will be perfect. It's gonna be perfect in here. So sweet. What do you think? I'm gonna need to get these washed too, huh? Don't you think, readeries? You're bashful? Say hi to baby brother. You say hi? Oh, sweet girl says hi to baby brother. I don't know how much that they know. I feel like they know something's up. I don't think they have any clue what they're in for, even if they know what is up. Right? I think you know Mama has a baby. I don't think you know what a baby is, though. Or what they does. Or how your life's about to be rocked and turned upside down. That's my good girl. Look at you. She's being a sweetie because I think she wants me to be done with work for the day, which I almost am. I'll have to give another nursery update after our shower this weekend and once we're able to kind of put some stuff together. So, guess I'll catch you guys then. Good morning. It's 9:13 now, but I had to actually get up early to make my appointment this morning. Luckily, it's my only early morning appointment, but I'll have to wait and see because apparently I need to order some non-stress tests today, and I have no clue what time of day they prefer to do that. I just had this sinking feeling they'll want me in the downtown hospital office at like 8 in the morning to do these, and just fine, I can do it, but it's just I am not a morning person when I'm not pregnant, and when I'm pregnant, I am super not a morning person. So we'll see how that goes. But otherwise, had the ultrasound 2 days ago on Tuesday. I'm currently 32 weeks and 5 days, so I'm almost 33 weeks. And little guy's showing great growth. He's in the 39th percentile. Was in the 34th before, so his growth is steadily increasing, which is good. And doctor says I look good. So didn't really get any other updates. Updates as far as how I'm feeling. So my back really hurts. I mentioned it to the doctor, asked her if she recommend massage. She said, yeah, totally massage. She listed off a bunch of other things I can try. But she says, it's to be expected. You're in the 3rd trimester. I'm like, I know, but it was so bad the other night. And I think I agitated my back by helping my husband rake. It hurt so bad it brought me to tears the other night. And I just want to avoid feeling that bad again, at least until I'm in labor. So I'm trying to take it easy, take care of my back, make sure I'm taking Tylenol as I can, and hopefully that'll be enough. I might get another prenatal massage lined up if I can find a place that will give them, because the place I usually go to for spa services doesn't offer them. So yeah, hopefully I can find a solution to that. But otherwise, he's doing great. He's a happy little camper, moving all the time, sticking his foot in my side as usual. And he was head down Tuesday, and he's head down right now. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that means he is now in head down for the rest of this pregnancy. Crossing my fingers. I know he's still got time to flip and move around, but maybe he's big enough and his head's big enough now that he won't. And that would be kind of nice. So I don't have to worry about increased chances of a cesarean if he were breech. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Today I am 34 weeks and 5 days. I'm almost 35 weeks. I'm in for my appointment, and then later I have my first NST. Should be pretty normal. Baby's heart rate's already looking good today, 134, 136, and he was moving while we were trying to get it. So now I just gotta wait and hear from the doctor what her thoughts are about induction. So, most people don't get to plan when their due date is. It's just if I have the option and happen to know, I'd like to let work know, things of that nature. Just know for my calendar. I'm a planner, such a type A. So if there's the option to plan, I'm not going to be mad. So we'll see how it goes. Just got done with my NST. Fine experience. Everything seemed pretty chill. There were a couple of times the monitor picked me up contracting. I don't think I was. I'm not quite sure what a contraction should feel like, but nothing was painful. So if anything, maybe they were Braxton Hicks, but my theory was probably more likely than not is the monitor on my tummy was right over where he likes to put his butt. And a couple of times he just pushed and would just hold it there and then release. And I don't think that was me contracting. I think that was him doing his little thing that he does. But the doctor was concerned enough. She's like, are you sure? And I'm like, I don't know what they're supposed to feel like, but nothing's hurt. So they just told me to make sure I'm resting easy and drinking lots of liquid. But, and to come in if I have 5 or more in an hour. So I'm like, well, sure, but like, if I don't know what I'm feeling for, I just assume that when they're actual contractions, I'll know. I'll be able to feel them. Otherwise, they're Braxton Hicks, and if that's what that was picking up, everything feels fine to me. I maybe once, because I was trying to pay more attention, felt like maybe my uterus was tightening some more, but it didn't really feel a whole lot different than when he rests his butt right up against my stomach. So I'm like, I think I'm fine. But we'll have my next NST on Monday, and we'll just keep monitoring him and see what happens. But I guess this is my cue, regardless if they were real contractions or not, to just start taking it easy. And not that I haven't, but maybe I need to start asking Matt for more help around the house and doing things and just kicking my feet up more, just in case. So other than that, appointment went well this morning. Doc says, on the 39-week induction, she's like, you don't have to. It's recommended, but you don't have to. So I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? And she's like, in essence, our conversation. So we're going to revisit the topic the next time I visit with her, when she can check to see if I'm dilated at all or what's going on down there. But who knows, maybe if these are real contractions, I won't need an induction date, because he'll decide he's going to come super early. I mean, super early as in I'll be 35 weeks on Saturday. And I would prefer he stay cooking for a few more weeks. But if he comes, he comes. It's kind of one of those things in my mind. So we'll see what happens. Do I look as exhausted as I feel? I am 36 weeks and 2 days today, and I'm just headed into my 36-week appointment with a midwife. I'm hoping to get maybe a couple more answers on induction, if that's going to be a thing, if it has to be a thing, if it's not going to be a thing, what's the game plan. She doesn't deliver, so I'm not sure how much information she's going to be able to provide for me. At the very least, we'll get the conversation started, and then next week when I meet with another OB, we'll kind of go over what the game plan is. But the only other update I have, I guess, is I'm just exhausted. He's being a good boy, but I am so tired. So good, informative appointment. So it is definitely recommended induction at 39 weeks. It doesn't have to be at 39 weeks, so that's good to know. It could be any time between 39 and 40 weeks. Mostly for the safety of the baby. I guess what they've seen with some COVID patients, the placenta ends up kind of aging faster and dying earlier. They haven't seen this with all COVID pregnancies, but they have noted a couple that they've had. And so for the safety of the baby, that's one reason they recommend. The other reason is when you're pregnant, you're more prone to blood clotting. And after you've had COVID, you're more prone to blood clotting. And so just to kind of avoid any issues with that and be able to monitor it better, they recommend induction. So Matt and I have got some things to discuss and kind of figure out, but what it sounds like, though I could refuse the induction, it is definitely recommended, and it sounds like this baby boy will be here by September 17th. So that's pretty exciting. I just thought I was recording, and then I went to check the date on my phone and it stopped recording. So I'm going to give you a very quick update, because I just gave the rundown to discover I'm not recording. I had a doctor's appointment and an NST today. Both went great. Baby's looking great. Had her check me just for fun. I am at a 0, so not a total surprise, seeing as I have not felt anything other than what I think are Braxton Hicks, and those only happen in kind of the afternoon, evening time. So I'm not surprised, but I thought maybe if I was dilated a little bit, I'll feel better about the induction in a couple of weeks. We'll see how it goes. Next week, I'll be checked by the midwife, who seemed more for the induction. We'll get her thoughts on that and see kind of what date she might be thinking. I might be more favorable for induction, because as of currently, and I'm not probably super favorable. Did the appointment, NST, have another NST on Thursday, and then an NST on Monday, followed by an appointment on Tuesday and an NST on that following Thursday. And then that following will hopefully be the week he arrives, assuming I'm getting induced, which I'm pretty confident I am. We're just trying to go with the flow and see if I'm favorable and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hanging out in the nursery for a bit, just kind of catching my breath after a long afternoon. I'm thinking I'll work on some things in here today. Got some crafty things I want to do. I've never done any cross stitching, but on a whim I went to Michael's today and got a hoop and some thread. I thought, oh, maybe it'd be a cute coming home outfit, you know, if I put his name on it. But I do have another outfit coming today, just in case I am not in love with the work I've created. I don't know. I have several coming home outfit options for him now, which I probably really don't need, but he'll be cute. It'll be good for pictures. That's what I keep telling myself. He needs outfits for pictures, so doesn't hurt to have a couple extra coming home outfits. Today I'm going to be a little crafty. I've got some baking I would like to do, so I have some snacks prepared for when he arrives. Some good zucchini bread and muffins set up for little breakfasts and whatever else I need. And then, while that's baking, I've got some thank you cards to write after a shower I had this weekend with the ladies from my church. So, lots to do today. Hopefully, my energy holds out. I got a nice Big B blast today from Big B instead of getting a coffee just to try something new. It's not too bad, but I could tell it's added to my energy levels. They have gone way up. So maybe that's why little guy was so active at the appointment today, because I had just fueled him. So I'm going to try to get some things done, be productive today while I don't have work. So I'll catch you guys later. Guys, I've got my papers officially been served to me. My eviction notice anyways. Looks like we are going in the day before his due date, which it works great for me for a plethora of reasons. One being, it moves my maternity leave over so that I might be able to stretch it to the end of the year. So instead of getting 12 weeks, I'll be able to do 12 weeks plus 2 weeks of vacation, which will take me through Christmas, which would be awesome. So if he decides not to come early and wants to come basically on his due date, then I'll get to spend the rest of the year with him, which would be really awesome. So yeah, it looks like we'll be going in at 8:30 on the 16th, and so he'll likely be born on his due date, if that's the case. Otherwise, in other news, he's healthy, everything's looking great. I am officially 1 centimeter dilated, which means at least my body's doing something, so that makes me feel even better about induction, because I've got another whole week and a half. I'm 38 weeks and 3 days today. So basically I have a week and a half for my body to kind of figure it out if it wants to figure it out on its own. And if it doesn't, I know that I am not going past 40 weeks, which is kind of cool. It's nice to have that like definitive mark on the calendar, like, hey, this is the last date he's possibly gonna come out. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. Everything's going great. He's doing great. He's he's wiggling now. Yes. That's my wiggly boy. I don't know if you could see him move. I think he's ready to bust out. He loves to stretch, and he loves to stretch into my ribs, and he makes it all uncomfortable in there. It's about time. I've got an NST Thursday, another one on Monday. Apparently I've got to go in for a COVID test on Tuesday. Oh, and I have another doctor's appointment on Monday where they'll check me again. And that'll kind of be about all she wrote. So, catch you guys later. currently 39 weeks and 2 days, so this is the week, guys. All hooked up, getting scanned again, but he's looking great. Doc says everything's looking great, so I think we're all set for an induction Friday, unless he wants to come sooner, which he's welcome to. I don't think he will because he's pretty comfy in there, but we'll see, huh, buddy? It's really squirmy once we hook him up. Alright, today is Thursday, September 15th, which is special for a couple of reasons. One, it's our nephew's birthday, so happy birthday to our nephew. Two, it was 3 years ago today, on this day, Matt asked me to marry him. So that's pretty special. I guess the third reason why we could classify it as a special night is it is our last night, just the two of us in our home alone. Tomorrow night, I call in, and hopefully we're good to go in for induction around 8:30, which is when it's originally scheduled for, but I've seen a lot of YouTube vlogs on how these things happen, and that might mean we might not go in until 2 a.m., who knows? So I think what I'm going to do is call this the official end of the third trimester, kind of wrap things up for now, and we'll see what it comes to birth vlog of sorts. I am thinking more or less I'm not going to vlog a lot. I'm going to try to be very much in the moment. At the very least, I'd like to catch a couple of little snippets of our time there and maybe do some sort of a name reveal and a video of little guy meeting our family. That's what I would have planned next. But other than that, I think I'm going to sign out for this last trimester vlog, and I'll catch you guys later.